coming up on the final edition for 2014, a grand final preview. Joy for these guys in the State Futsal Final. We go one-on-one with Perth's only A-League ref, and all the highlights from the Women's Cup Final. Yes, hello and welcome to the penultimate show for this season. We're only days away from finding out who will be crowned NPL champions for 2014. In a moment, we'll hear from both grand final coaches, but first, let's take a look at the highlights from the preliminary final between Balcatta and Bayswater. So there you have it. After 120 minutes of play, Bayswater advance to the NPL Grand Final next week to take on Perth at Dorrien Gardens. And joining me now is Baysy coach Chris Coyne. And Chris, you did it the hard way, but you got there.
Yeah, we did do it the hard way. The pleasing aspect for me is that the amount of desire, hunger, and the fitness levels of the boys. They really pushed hard for the full 120 minutes, and I'm obviously delighted to come up against Perth next week.
When Gustavo stepped up to take that penalty, and then he missed, what were you thinking?
I just hope he doesn't go into his shell. He's a good character, Gus. I knew he wouldn't, but I was just waiting for a response off him and popping up like that, like he did with that goal at the end there. I think it shows the quality of the character as well as the player.
Looking forward to next week. As I mentioned, you take on Perth. They gave you a fair thumping the other week. You'd want some revenge. Perth
were outstanding the week before and deservedly, beat us. So. Yeah, I'm looking for a response, but I'll approach it like it is any other game. It's just 90 minutes of football, 2 teams, 2 goals, and we'll go out in positive frame of mind and not mindful of what happened the week before.
It's been a busy season, a heavy season. Is that starting to take its toll?
I think last week I thought we were very tight. It's the most tight I've seen us, but then if you put the 2 weeks previous that we've had 4 games, Melbourne victory, had to win the league against Sereno, I think a lot of that came down to fatigue, and for our boys to run out 120 minutes, I don't think we're looking that tired, so I think we've got another big push left in us.
Any niggles, any injuries that you take into next week?
Possibly Steve Burton, but we're not sure whether it's a knock or whether it's a bit of a tweak. So we'll suss that out tomorrow morning and speak to the medical staff and go from there.
Well, wish you best of luck.
Thanks, Pete.
And joining me now is Perth coach Taki Nicolaides. Tuck, another big week for you and the club. Your first grand final in 3 years, but obviously you've had the week off. So coming into this week for the grand final against Baysy, any pressure there?
Oh look, if you're in a grand final, you don't want to finish second. And as I said, our guys, had a great win last week against Bayswater, and we know that it's a new challenge, and as Chris just said, it's a new game, and we've just got to go out there in the right frame of mind and go out there and put our best foot forward and hopefully come away with a win.
Win or lose come this grand final, have you and the club surpassed your expectations for the season?
Coming on the back of a season we had last year, any improvement was good improvement. The club wanted us to finish in the top four and make the finals. Regardless of the expectations previous to now, we're in the grand final, we need to win it.
It's a marvellous achievement. Is it full? Is it fit?
Everyone will be fit. I think the only one that may be missing, well, we'll see how he goes this week, is Jason Barrera. He's been out the last couple of weeks. Clark Kelty missed out last week's game, but he trained on Thursday and had a session on his own today after work, and he should be fit next week. So, as I said, with the exception of possibly Jason, everyone will be fit next week. So, yeah, bit of a headache selection time for us, but after coming off a big win.
Well, our beautiful beaches and glorious sunshine lured Adam Fielding to Perth from the UK. While there's no sunshine today, it's been a rewarding sea change for the young man in black. He's Perth's only referee in the A-League.
Had a referee and Ben Wilson called me up. I knew the phone call was coming and I was a little bit apprehensive, and when I saw his number come up I was like, oh, should I screen this or not? But I took it. In the first 10 minutes he just went on about the weather, everything associated with football. I thought, geez, just give me the answer. And then he did the whole classic, and I've got something to tell you, and it felt like an eternity. It felt like 3 seconds went by. He said, I'd just like to congratulate you. You've been selected on the A-League this year, and welcome to the team. And I was in the meeting room at work and I was high-fiving everything, and people were walking past looking, what's he doing? What's he doing? I'm just, I had to explain to everyone in the office while I was running around the room. But yeah, found out, and it came out on the Friday in writing. So yeah, that's how I found out. Didn't necessarily expect it to happen this quickly. I mean, I've been in Australia 2.5 years now, and I've worked hard and done everything right. So I'm really pleased. My partner, my wife's really pleased, my family's pleased, and now I'm there. I've just got the opportunity of showing what I can do at the highest level. So my background in refereeing, so I started when I was 18. I actually used to play, believe it or not, at right back. Probably got caution more than most. Broke my kneecap playing in the League of Wales. Took the course on crutches, tried to do both afterwards, refereeing and playing. It was very difficult to switch off from one or the other, so got advised to pick one. So I chose refereeing because someone said to me, if you want to go up to the highest level in football, you stand a better chance being a referee. So I said, tick, that'll do. So since then I've been working hard all through the UK, coming through the system, and then emigrating out here with the wife, and yeah, been working hard out here. This year I've had a fantastic opportunity. I travelled interstate and did games in Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide, Sydney twice, and on all those occasions an A-League assessor came and watched me. So it's quite an intensive selection. It wasn't just name in a hat type of thing. It was a really good experience, and you know, getting to do other state leagues, that was interesting. If if you do the hard work and you're good enough, you can go as far as you want. So.
Time to change pace now. Let's take a look at the Women's Cup final between the Northern Redbacks and Melville. And that wraps up another Football 360. Thanks again for your company throughout the year. This has been our final webisode for 2014. Don't forget, next week, the grand final between Perth and Bayswater City at Dorrien Gardens. Full highlights on footballwest.com.au next week. We hope to see you again in 2015. Until then, it's bye for now.